Dear students, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss a conversion of number systems. Right? With this conversion, we can convert all possible conversions from our number systems. The total conversions I have categorized into 5 types. First one is decimal to any other radix. Right? Decimal to any other means the number system which we are having a radix 2, or the number system which we are having a radix 8. Similarly, the number system which we are having a radix 16, or else the number system may have a radix 3 or 4, like that. Whatever may be the radix value, we can convert that into decimal to that radix value. That is the first one. The second one is any other radix of R to decimal number system. Again, here any other radix means either it may be a binary number system, octal or hexadecimal number system, or whatever it may be. That is our second conversion. I am coming to the third one, binary to octal conversion and octal to binary conversion, vice versa. And the fourth category of conversion is binary to hexadecimal conversion and hexadecimal to binary conversion. And fifth category is octal to hexadecimal conversion and hexadecimal to octal conversion. With these possible conversions, we can, with this 5 categories, we can convert any number system into a other. Today we are going to discuss a decimal to any other radix. First, we will discuss decimal to any other radix. For the better understanding, I will consider one decimal number of x. This decimal number we wanted to be converted into any other radix. For this conversion, initially we need to check what type of number it is. Means whether x is a integer or a fraction or a mixed number. For the first case, I will consider x is a integer or a whole number. Then we need to do the division, means divide x with respect to required radix till quotient part is equal to 0. Instead of that, if x is a fraction number, then multiply x with required radix R till carry is continuously equal to 0 or based on the application which we are using. And third, if x is a mixed one, means a combination of integer part and fraction part, then do the division for the integer part and do the fraction for the multiplication part. Now, for the better understanding, I will consider some examples. Initially, I am assuming that let x value is 17 and I am assuming radix value is 2. Now, we need to convert 17 of decimal into a binary value. So, I can say that this conversion is decimal to binary conversion. In this, to do this conversion, we need to check first what type of number it is. From this, 17 is an integer number. So, for this integer, we need to divide this integer part till with respect to your radix value. So, here as radix is 2, divide this 17 with radix value, right? As 2 8s are 16, we need to consider only quotient part here and write the remainder here. So, this part is quotient and this is remainder. Fine. Why I am considering this quotient part only? Because we need to do this division till quotient is 0, right? So, I have to consider quotient part for further division. Again divide this 8 with 2. Then we will have 2 4s are 8. So, quotient is 4 and remainder is 0. Next, again divide with 2. 2 2s are and the remainder part becomes 0. 2 1s are, then the remainder is 0. We need to do this division process till this quotient 0. So, I will multiply 2 with 0 so that I will get my remainder is 1 and here I can stop because my quotient value is equal to 0. After this division, to get the equivalent, consider only remainder part in upward direction. It means this 1 is a MSB bit and this one is LSB bit. So, from this 17 of decimal equal to 1 0 0 0 1 of binary value. Fine. Here we are considering only integer, right? Now, I will consider one fraction number. Let's second example. I am assuming x value is one fraction. Let's take 0.125 with the same radix value r equal to 2. So, this value I can write 0.125 of decimal need to convert into a binary. This is again a decimal to binary conversion. Right? Whenever we are having a fraction part, then we need to do the multiplication with respect to the required radix. So, do the multiplication of this number with respect to radix 2. So, 0.125 into 2 will get 0.25, right. After the first step is over, then we need to take this integer part out, that is called carry. Here the integer part is 0 and consider this fraction part to the next level. Then we will have 0.25 into 2 and the result is 0.5. Again take this integer part out and fraction part to the next level. Then here the fraction part is 0.5 into 2. The result will get 1.0. Now take this integer part out 1 and carry to the next level. So 0.0 into 2. So here you will get 0 and carry is also 0. So after this multiplication, if you continue this process, you will get continuously your carry value becomes equal to 0. So from this I can say that we can stop here itself. Right. Now we need to consider this carry value is equivalent of binary and consider all carry values in downward direction. Now the equivalent is 0.125 of decimal equivalent is nothing but point, this is a binary point, 001 of binary. Okay. Now I will consider third one. Like one mixed number means it is having a integer as well as fraction part. Okay. Now I am considering integer. Let's take 35.45 with the same radix 2. So I can represent this number like 35.45 of decimal into a binary conversion again. Now this number is a mixed number. So mixed is nothing but here we are having a integer part as well as fraction part. So we need to do the division for this integer part and we need to do the multiplication for this fraction part. So first I will consider the integer part here. (35) is my integer. Now we need to divide this integer with respect to the required radix. So here the radix is 2, divide. Then 2 17s are 34, right? So in this division we need to make the quotient part is equal to 0. So at every instant we have to consider the quotient part itself. So 2 17s are 34, right, and the remainder here 1. Again do the division for this quotient part. So 2 8s are 16 and the remainder part is 1. Again do the division with radix. 2 4s are, remainder is 0. 2 2s are, remainder is 0. 2 1s are 2, again remainder is 0. But this process continues till this quotient part is equal to 0. So make 2 zeros. You will get 0 and the remainder will be 1. After this, consider all these reminders in upward direction. This is nothing but equivalent of binary equivalent values. In this one is MSB and this one is LSB, right? Now the integer part is over. Now we need to do for this fraction part. For the fraction part, we need to multiply that fraction part with radix. So now consider a fraction part. Here the fraction is 0.45. this fraction is multiply with radix 2. So we'll have the result is 0.9. Then take this integer part out, nothing but carry 0, and this fraction part to the next level 0.9 into 2. Again do the multiplication. Now the result is 1.8. Again consider this integer part out 1 and this fraction part to the next level, that is 0.8 into 2, you will get 1.6. Then this fraction integer part out and fraction part to the next level will have 1.2 and will get carry is 1. Then 0.2 into 2 will have 0.4, will get integer part 0, fraction part 1. But just remember always, when we are doing a multiplication, getting zeros continuously is sometimes difficult. So during that particular case, we can stop this procedure till 4 or 5 bits. So I am stopping here itself and consider this all these carry values in downward direction. Now we need to write this equivalent of decimal value. First consider this integer part in upward direction, then we'll have 1 000 11 dot, means this is a decimal point, this is a binary point after conversion. Then we'll have 0 1 1 1 0 of binary equivalent. Now I'll consider, I'll change the radix value. Let's take r equal to 8 and x value is some 225.225. Now I can write this number like 225.225 of decimal need to be converted into of radix 8. So I can say that this conversion is decimal to octal conversion. So again, whatever may be the radix value, for conversion of decimal to any, we need to follow this procedure itself. First thing is, we need to check what type of number it is. Here it is a mixed number. So as it is mixed, it is having integer part and fraction part. So we need to do the division for the integer part and multiplication for fraction part. So first I will consider integer, this 225. As we know, for the integer part we need to divide this number with a radix value. Here the radix is 8, so divide this 225 with 8. Then we'll have a quotient of 8 2s are 6. So 8 28s are 224. So the remainder will be 1. Again divide this quotient with 8. We need to do this division part till this quotient equal to 0. So divide 28 with 8, then we'll have 8 3s are 24. This is quotient value and the remainder is 4. Then divide, we can divide 8 zeros. So 8 zeros are 0 and the remainder is 3. As the remainder is, as quotient is 0, we can stop here itself and consider all remainder parts are octal equivalent and consider these values in upward direction. This 3 is MSB now and this 1 is LSB. So with this integer part over, now consider fraction. Here the fraction is 0.225. Multiply this fraction value with radix 8. Then we'll have 8 5s are 8 2s are 2 0 1.68, sorry, 1.8, right? Now take this carry out. Carry is nothing but integer part, so carry is out and 0.8 to the next level and multiply this 0.8 with the radix. Then we'll have 6.4. 6 is out because integer part and 0.4 to the next level. Multiply this with 8 and the result you will get 3.2. Take this integer part out and this fraction part to the next level 1.6 and integer part out 0.6 into 8. In this way we can do the fraction part. As I already told to you, while doing the multiplication getting 0 is difficult, so instead of that we can stop this procedure till 4 or 5 digits. So I am stopping here itself and consider this carry values in downward direction. Now the equivalent of 225.225 of decimal is equal to 341 of 1631 of octal. So in this way we can convert decimal to octal number system. For the next, I will change this radix value with a same number 225.225. So now I can write this value. Now x is 225.225 of decimal. We need to convert into hexadecimal because here the radix is 16. So this conversion I can say that this is decimal to hexadecimal conversion. Fine. Now in this number is a mixed number having integer part and fraction part. So do the integer part separately, means divide this integer part with this radix and do the multiplication for this fraction part. So first I am considering integer. So 225 16 14s are 224. Then we'll have remainder 1. This 14 is a quotient. Again divide this 14 with this 16. Then 16 zeros a 0 and you will get the remainder becomes 14. Okay. Then this remainder part is nothing but equivalent of hexadecimal number and consider this value in upward direction. So this is MSB and this is LSB. but we don't have 14 in our hexadecimal number system. So instead of 14, we can write this value as E in our hexadecimal number, right? With this, integer part is over. Now consider the fraction part. That is, multiply 0.225 with 16. Then we'll have this value as 3.6. In this, take the carry part, nothing but integer out, that is 3, and consider this fraction part to the next level, that is 0.6 into 16. We'll have 9.6. Take this integer part out and carry part 0.6 to the next level and multiply this carry with radix value. You will get the result of 9.6 and integer part out, carry to the next level, again you will get the result. So like that, like way we can convert, we can do the fraction part. Here consider this carry is nothing but equivalent of hexadecimal values, and consider this hexadecimal values in downward direction. Now the equivalent of 225.225 of decimal equivalent to E1.3999 of hexadecimal value. In that way, we can use any radix value for this conversion purpose. Till now, I am using only the number systems which we are using in regular systems. Now I will change this radix. Now I am changing the radix value from 16 to 3. Now we need to convert this decimal number to a system which is having a radix 3. For that, just see, this is again a mixed number. So do the integer part separately and fraction part separately. For this integer, divide this integer part with required radix. Here the required radix is 3, and here we need to do this process till the quotient value equal to 0. So 375s are 225. So the quotient is 75 and remainder value is 0. And 325s are 75. This is the quotient part, and again remainder is 0. 3 8s are 24. So 8 is a quotient, consider remainder is out. 3 2s are 6 and the remainder is out. So we need to make this quotient 0. So multiply 3 with 0. So 3 zeros, 0, then we'll have the remainder is 2. Now consider this remainder is nothing but equivalent values of radix number 3. So consider this remainder values in upward direction. This is your MSB and this is LSB. So with this, integer part is over. Now we need to do the fraction part. For the fraction, multiply this fraction, that is 0.225, with required radix, here it is 3, right? So 3 5s are 15, 7, 6 point. In this, take integer part out. Integer part is 0 and this fraction part to the next level, that is 0.675 into 3. So the result is 3 5s are 2, 0.2. Okay. In this, the carry is 2 and the fraction part is 0 to 5 into 3. So 3 5s are 7, 0.0. Again, take this value out, integer part, and 0.075 to the next level with 3. And the result is 3 5s are 2, 2.0. Again, this carry is 0 and we can consider this, we can stop here itself and take all carries in downward direction. Now the resultant becomes 225.225 of decimal is equivalent to 22100.0200 of radix 3. So in this way we can convert decimal to any other radix values. But while doing this conversion, only the thing is we need to check the number, what type of it is, and if it is a fraction number, do the multiplication with respect to the radix. If it is a integer, do the division with respect to the radix, and if it is a mixed number, and do the both integer part and fraction part separately.